Hi everyone, welcome back. Today is number 7 of 61 days of ICAD. ICAD is Index Card a Day, where we create a piece of art on a 4x6 index card for 61 days. And whatever you create, it could be anything. You could even write, probably write like a quote or a nice memory. It's just something that you do for 61 days until it's done. Right. So today I am layering my card with some white acrylic paint. Honestly, I put too much on, and I decided to sop it up with the book pages, and then I liked how that looked. So I thought I'd do it again and try and create those ridges. But then I didn't put enough on again, so it didn't work out kind of the way that I planned. So then I thought, why not use the book pages? So I'm going to just put some book pages, pieces of the book pages down in certain areas, not covering the entire card. And then I'm going to add some lovely color. After I dried my card, there was a huge bubble in the middle, and I did not have my craft knife, so I used the scissors to cut down the middle, and I really thought that I cut the card straight through because of how it looked, but apparently the card is so thick that it just, it cut into several layers but not right through, which is really cool. And then I thought I could just stick it down with the glue, which I did. I'm using the spatula to really smooth that down and get it smushed. I kept checking to make sure that I actually did not go through the back of the card. I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't believe it. And then I just went ahead and started adding my color. Today I thought I think I really like blues and greens and, So I'm doing blue today. I thought I would add a little, some little circles. I thought it would look nice through the color, so I did that, dried it, and now I'm adding a wash of, all my paints are acrylic, but I'm adding a wash of both green and blue throughout the card, hoping to still see my circles through the wash. Then I thought the card was looking a bit dark, so I decided to add some white to brighten up some of the areas. And while I'm doing this, my intention is to keep some of those words because I like how the print looks as a background. So I was trying to lighten it up very carefully, and then afterwards I was just like, you know what, let's just brighten it up. So I just started to slap on all that white. And of course the words got pushed way back. I don't even think you could see it in the end product. And I'm adding more green because it started to get a little too faded. And then I'm going to add more blue because that got really pushed back as well. I should have been washing out my brush a little more so that I could get more intense, the colors would be more separated instead of blending blue and green. So I did that sometimes, but sometimes the colors really did mix in a lot together. But I really wanted to see, yes, I wanted the blend, but I also wanted just blue and just green. So I'm just trying to blend in some of those areas now by using water and also by adding white. And here at this point is where I was just thinking, you know what, just do it, Gina, just go. So I just spread them intensified spread, and I was just like, at this point I just kind of forgot about the background. I was like, that's okay. And then I really wanted to add this bright pink. I don't know what I have with this pink these days, but I'm really loving it. I love how it makes me feel. It makes me feel happy. I think that's what it is. So I used it. So my intention was just to add just little bits on the card in very small areas, but then it ended up being bigger areas, and I actually still liked it. I'm going to use my heart. I'm going to link below the video where I made this heart on other shapes, but it's a collaged heart. I really, really love it, and I'm happy that I'm getting to use it today, that I chose to use it today. And of course, I really would like to make some more. Here I have some drywall tape. I'm so excited to use it. So I'm cutting it down to the shape that I wanted, but I'm also roughing up the edges because it's too clean. So I'm kind of zogging up my edges. The top remained really straight, though I didn't realize till after. But I'm trying to zog up my edges so that they're not straight lines. And then I added some of those pieces that I cut off. I just added it to the top left, just for balance. And then I was thinking it would be cool if I could get a nice little pattern of the paint going through those holes. So I tried to do that, and it kind of worked-ish, sort of, because it wasn't really seeing the drywall tape and I wanted to see it. So then I added blue over the top of that, and I loved how that looked. So I did that on both sides, and of course I wanted to add pink because we're in the pink mood these days. So I'm adding some white again just to push it back a bit. I found it was getting too dark and too blue, and now I'm going to add a pink in some of the areas. So I'm cool with that, and I'm thinking I would like to have a little resting place for my heart. And I pulled out the white thread, and while I was unraveling it, I knew it wouldn't work, but I still continued. And then I looked around and I found this strip of cloth which seemed to have the perfect colors on it. I mean, how cool is that? I did not plan it, I'm not kidding. And I put the strip down. I found it was too fat, so I just cut it in half, and I'm using one piece of it, and I love that. You know when you find that piece and your heart just feel like it's settled? That's how I felt when I put this strip down. So I'm going to glue that down with some tacky glue, but before that I'm going to border my heart because I felt it wasn't really standing out much on the card, so I'm just giving it a black border with some paint here. And then I'll stick down my cloth and my heart. So I'm loving how this looks. And I decided that I'm not going to stick the entire heart down. I'll just put some glue in the center because I wanted it kind of raised and popping up just a little bit, you know. Maybe next time when I'm doing something like this, maybe I'll remember to actually use like the puffy tape. So my word today is robust. I was looking at my words, and this one, it's like it jumped out at me. You know, you would think heart, you would think of another word, but this one jumped out at me, and it just, when you flex your muscles and you puff up your chest and you're strong. Yeah. I'm a visual person, so words tend to create a lot of pictures in my mind, and I just felt really strong. It made me think of strength, and the heart is such an amazing muscle created by God. It does so much for us throughout, in our body. It's amazing the amount of work it does and the amount of things that it goes through. So I felt this word was fitting, and it just reminded me that my heart is stronger than I know, and it is strong, and just keep going on with strength. And that I felt like it was a reminder, Gina, your heart is strong. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!